Hey family, when you let the things that other people say bother you, when you let what they speak over you bother you, you are allowing what others think of you to influence your day. Aren't you? You're allowing what they say to influence your day. And I know that because I've done it. And I had to get to that point where I stop allowing what a person says about me to negatively sway me, to positively sway me, because at the end of the day, what they say should have me remaining unbothered. And I learned I had to stop worrying about the opinions, the things that the people are saying, because the reality is it is just a reflection of them. It's a reflection of their internal reality, not so much us. And sometimes people's opinions have very little to do with us and a lot to do with them. So I said to myself, you know what? Instead, I'm going to focus on myself and remain unbothered. So what is the definition of unbothered, family? What does that mean? To be unbothered means you're indifferent to criticism and negativity. You're indifferent to criticism and negative comments, and you are not annoyed or provoked. And here's how you can remain unbothered. Family, you have to really try to not take things so personally. I remember when someone said something negative about me, and it made me so upset. And I had to really sit and process it and say to myself, you can't take it personal. And I heard a quote before, family, and it said, when someone is talking about you, go so far ahead in your life that you can't even hear them anymore. And I learned you have to focus on what you can control. Family, when people are saying things about you and they're lies, they're making up things, telling stories, they are telling the story the way the story didn't actually go. It makes you want to react. It makes you want to say something, especially if this is a person that's been close to you, someone who knows you, someone who's trying to play you. Like it's real. And I understand it. But family, we have to control the way we react to things, because people think just because you react to something that that's not wrong. No, it makes you no better than that person that said those negative things, because sometimes the reaction is not always good. It doesn't take you to a good place, right? It doesn't always produce and have good outcomes. Sometimes your reaction causes you to have a mental and physical unhealthy response. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it to go to that unhealthy place, because family, in most cases, those people that are talking about you typically aren't doing much of anything in their own life. And you got to think about how you're going to respond. And the thing that helps me in doing that is really just reframing the story. Okay, what they said about me. All right, is it true? If it isn't true, why was it said? If I don't have an answer for why was it said, I'm going to leave it alone. You know why? Because I have too much to do in my life than concerning myself with what people are saying about me. I'm going to be unbothered. Why should I allow what someone else is feeling and saying about me to ruin my day? Why should I allow that to ruin my day? And it's the same for you, family. You can't allow what a person is saying about you to ruin your day. You got too much going on in your life. You have too much going on in your life, too many things to do, too many actions to take, too many plans and goals and things that you have to do to succeed and dominate in your reality. Why are you concerned with what a person's saying about you? I'll wait. I know it hurts. Words hurt. But why are you so concerned to the point where it's causing you to react? No, you got to remain unbothered. Because when you deal with individuals and you go back and forth with them, you are teaching them that these are the type of games that you like to play. And like I've said before, the only game you're playing is Monopoly. So what's the point of going back and forth, right? What's the point of reacting to people that aren't even worth your time, worth your energy, worth your effort? Why? For what? Because at the end of the day, they're just bringing you down to their level, and you don't live on those levels anymore. You've elevated. Another lesson I learned in remaining unbothered is, and I know this might sound crazy or controversial to some, but I kind of lowered my expectations. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I've learned that I can't expect another me in others. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, you're not going to find yourself in a lot of other people. Family, when real talk, and I say this out of all truth and honesty, when you're chosen and when you're different, you're not the same. Right? Like, you may look the same to a person. They may think that you're the same, but you're different, right? And you are not the type of person that's going to go back and forth, because that's not even the type of time you're on. That's not even the type of energy that you're exuding. That's not the person that you're becoming. And you can't expect others to always meet your expectations, family, because when we do that, we end up being hurt. And one of the things I do in my own life is I have no expectations out of anyone other than for them to do what they say they're going to do. If you say you're going to do something, that's all I expect. Outside of that, no expectation. Because at the end of the day, we know that we are different types of individuals, right? We know we are different types of people. We're not raising our voices. We're raising our standards. We're not raising our tones. We're raising the bar. So we can't be bothered by individuals that aren't even worth it. These people are not even these people don't even matter on a larger scale of things. They don't. And you have to learn that people are who they are, and you can't expect yourself in another person, because then that's how you be disappointed. Some of us are good people. Some of us will give the shirts off of our back to these women, to these men. Some of us are truly, truly good individuals that will do anything for anyone. And we fail to remember everyone is not like us, right? So just because you're doing something nice and great doesn't mean that the person you're dealing with is going to give you that same energy, reciprocate that same level of love, level of trust, They're not going to do that because they're not built for that. They're not built for that. And a lot of times when we go in situations expecting ourselves and other people, we get our feelings hurt real quick. We get our feelings hurt because, family, you are cut from a different cloth, and you need to know that. And then I learned, family, in order for me to remain unbothered, I literally had to distance myself from certain people. You have to. Some people are haters. They cannot ever be happy for you, no matter what the circumstances. Some people are naysayers. They are quick to tell you that they told you so. Make one mistake and see what they say. Make one mistake and see what they say. Do one thing wrong and see what they say. They are quick to say, oh, I told you so. Oh, you should have never done that. You should have never quit that job. You should have never dated that person. I told you so. That's a naysayer, right? A low-key hater, because they can't even be happy for you and they can't support you. So you can't surround yourself with all these different types of individuals if you want to remain unbothered. You can't have that energy in your hemisphere. You can't have that energy anywhere around you because it's not healthy. Some people are energy drainers, sitting around draining your energy. Have y'all ever got a phone call? And the minute you look at your phone, you're like, you don't even want to pick up the phone because you know what type of person that you're going to be talking to if you pick up the phone. It's the same conversation. They're going to be complaining about the same thing, about the same person over and over, and that you don't have time for that because you're remaining unbothered. There is nothing out here and no one out here that's going to throw you off course. So if you can, to the best of your ability, try to separate yourself from those individuals that are haters, energy drainers, naysayers, and overall don't have your best interests at heart, because you can't be around them, because energy is infectious. And if you're hanging with them, then you're absorbing and taking their energy on, and you don't have room for that right now. And if you can't physically distance yourself, try to mentally distance yourself, whatever that means to you. If you can't physically remove yourself from this person, you have to mentally try your best to protect your energy and guard your physical self and guard your mind. And another way that I have remained unbothered, family, is I literally fall back and let problems resolve themselves. I used to be the one. I want to fix everything. I want to change that thing. I want to help that person. I have a plan to make things better and make it work differently and make it better for all parties involved. You know what I learned, family? It just brings more of the same, because everyone is not always going to be on what you're on. Everyone doesn't want the outcomes that you want. Everyone doesn't want to win. Some people are just happy in their life. Some people are literally cool with being who they are and doing nothing different. Some people are happy in mediocrity. Like, real talk. I'll wait. Tell me I'm lying. Some people are truly, truly happy in mediocrity. And it doesn't matter to them about changing and being better. So if they're happy in mediocrity and misery, then that must mean that mediocrity and misery love company. And you're not that company, because that's not the company that you keep. You don't have time to be miserable. You don't have time to be comfortable in a space and on a level that you're not comfortable in. You want more, better, and different with your life. And I learned that, family, just because you know how to solve something, just because you know how to fix something, just because you ultimately know sometimes the best course of action for a thing does not mean you should insert yourself there. Let that situation resolve itself. Let those people work it out on their own without you. Let those people come into their own agreement, and you sit back and you remain unbothered, like, I'll wait. Let them call you, hey, so-and-so, it worked out. Oh, great, I'm happy it did. Good. Because at the end of the day, that's not the fight that you're going to fight. You're remaining unbothered. And family, you have to detach. And when I say detach, I mean it. Let go of that foolishness. Let it go. If you're constantly, for example, let's say it's a relationship and you're going back and forth. I've been here. You're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to no avail. Let it go. Because all of that stress and arguing and frustration is impacting your mind, impacting your day, impacting how you move, impacting the outcomes. You're not following your goals and dreams for your life. You're not getting accomplished the tasks that you set forth. You're taking precious memory, precious energy, and precious time and giving it away to someone, and it's not worth it. It is literally killing you. It's killing you. It's stressful and it's killing you. And you got to detach. You can't keep staying there. You have to detach, because if you don't, family, you're going to remain bothered, remain frustrated, going back and forth. And when you look up, 3 and 4 days have passed, and every single day felt like the day yesterday. Every single day feels like the day yesterday. Now you're taking your anger out on someone else. Now you're frustrated. You're dropping things. You're making mistakes. You're doing things that you typically wouldn't do if you were in the right mind. And it's facts, family. You have to detach from the things and from the people and from the environments that are bringing more of the same thing. The things and the people and the environment that's bringing more stress in your life, you don't have time for it. You don't. And I hate to have to use my strong voice, right? But you don't have time for it. And in order for you to detach, you got to make a decision. I'll wait. In order for you to detach, you have to mentally make up in your mind that you're letting that go. You're letting it go. And family, sometimes we always apologize. We're so sorry. I wish I could have done things differently. Oh my goodness. Maybe this. No. All the apologies, listen, thank you for the apology, but there are some things that you're not apologizing for. And you're not apologizing for your peace. You're not negotiating your peace. You're not apologizing for your peace. And you're not apologizing for wanting more. You're remaining unbothered. I'll wait. You're remaining unbothered, family. Because there is nothing that anyone out there is going to do to ruin and sway your days anymore. You can't keep having a repetition and a repeat of the same doggone day that you didn't even like in the first place. The day ended with foolishness, frustration, anger, lack. You know what I mean? Subtraction. You don't have time for that. And I heard a quote from, I think it was Lao Tzu, and he's just this great philosopher. And he said, care what people think, and you will always be their prisoner. And family, you don't have time to concern yourself with what people are thinking. You have to detach. You know, have y'all ever had a person that told you, I think if you did this, things would be better for you. Maybe you should change. You should become this. You should worship that. You should listen. And at first, you're receptive to it. You want to hear it, but there's a fine line between someone wanting to help you and someone wanting to change you. It's a fine line, and they're not changing you because they want you to be better for you. They're trying to change you because they want you to be better for them. So that's the difference. If someone were truly helping you, it would be for you to be better for you. But they're not helping you, right? They're wanting to change you because they want you to be better for them. And you have to detach yourself from that, family. That's not peaceful. That's frustration. It's not peaceful. It's frustration. You don't have time. And it doesn't matter what they think, family, because it truly can't matter. And it can't matter because where you're going with your life, you don't have time to spin the block on these people, spin the block on these negative days, these negative ideas, these negative outcomes. No, you're moving forward. And I mean that, family. I mean it. So you have to detach yourself, both physically and mentally, from the things that no longer serve you, the individuals that are stressing you out, and the environments that are unhealthy for you. And one of the things that I've always done, family, when I'm sort of in a feeling state, a not so good feeling state, frustration, anger, I'm upset, I'm sad. When I am in a feeling state, I ask myself a few questions, and I'm asking you, family, to ask yourself some of these questions. Question number one, what brings you joy? I'll wait. I'm asking you a question. What brings you joy? Is it the situations that's giving you frustration? Is it the arguments back and forth? Right? What's bringing you joy? And you gotta answer that question, because you need to know where to start. What brings you joy? Another question that I ask myself, what makes you excited? Like when you wake up in the morning, what are you looking forward to? What feels good to you? What are some of the things that you like to do that bring you peace and happiness? What are some of the things that you like to do that's making your future better for you? What are those things? What makes you excited? Another question I ask myself, what gives you a sense of energy, right? Is it the back and forth? Because I know it's not. What keeps you unbothered? What are the things that you're doing in your life that's giving you that sense of peace? Not being bothered, not concerning yourself about what other people are saying or doing or thinking. What is that thing? And when you think of those questions, family, whatever your answers were, I want you to focus on that. And I mean that. I want you to focus on that. Focus on the things that bring you joy. Focus on the things that bring you excitement. Focus on the things that give you energy, because that's all you can do. So again, I'm going to ask you, what is the definition of unbothered? What did I say it was earlier? Right? What was it? You're remaining indifferent to negative criticism. You're remaining indifferent to negative comments. You're remaining indifferent to the things that these people are saying about you. You are remaining indifferent to all of it, because it's all capped. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. It is not moving the needle forward. And one of the other questions that I typically ask myself is, and let me not say what I ask myself. I'm going to ask you, if you did the same thing that you're doing today, every single day for the rest of your life, would it make your life better or worse? So all the things that you're dealing with, all the frustration that you're carrying, all the disruption that you're dealing with individuals and environments, if it's not bringing you closer to that highest and best version of self, you should reconsider it. If it's not bringing you closer to accomplishing your goals and your dreams, ask yourself, why are you dealing with it? And I've been there before, and sometimes I do it. So I'm speaking to me. I'm not just telling everyone what to do. I'm speaking to myself. Is we have to get to that point where we remain unbothered. And I know it hurts. I know what people say hurts. I know the things that they do hurts. I know the things that they say about you when you've been nothing but good and kind and true to them. I know that bothers you, family. But you have to get to that point where you remain unbothered, because it's truly impacting what you're trying to do with your future. We only get one life. Let me come closer. We only get one life, family. One life. We get one time to get it right. We get one life. And are we going to be able to look back? And are we going to want to look back on our life and look at all the days wasted on individuals that don't even concern themselves with you as much as you do with them? Are we going to look back in our lives and concern ourselves with the decisions that we're making? We're not going to do that. We're no longer going to do that, because those are not the type of games that we're playing. We're learning how to not take things personally. We're learning how to not take things personally, family. We're learning how to focus on the things that we can control. Focusing on the things that right now we can take action on, not the things that people are saying and doing that have nothing to do with us. We're not focused on that, because what people think of us is really none of our concern. And we're starting to think about how we're responding rather than immediately reacting. Before something comes out of our mouth, we're going to think about what we're going to say, because 9 times out of 10, it might not even be worth it, because that person might not be worth it for you to give all your energy. No, you're pulling that energy back so that you can have that energy for yourself, to build on yourself and to build on your life. And you're lowering your expectation, meaning you are not searching for you in other people. You are understanding that you are a different type of individual and you are cut from a different cloth, and you will find another them before they find another you. And I'm not even trying to be mean. You'll find another them before they find another you. And that's on facts. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. So why are you being bothered? And I hate to say this, and please don't take this arrogantly, like I'm an arrogant person, because I'm not. But you can't be bothered with common. Does that make sense? Like you can't be bothered with common because you're not common. And this is not to say that you're better than anyone. I am not saying that. Please understand what I'm saying. You can't be bothered with common because you are above common, right? If you believe that about yourself, you can't concern yourself with that, right? You physically cannot. And you're learning to distance yourself from certain people. You don't got to hang with them all the time. You don't got to be on what they're on. You don't have to do what they do because it's not keeping peace in your life. It's bringing more lack, more frustration, and you don't need that. And you're letting problems resolve without you. You don't always got to be the one to fix everything. Just because you know the answer, sometimes let people learn on their own. They will be just fine learning on their own. And sometimes people truly have to fail or learn the hard way so that they can get it right the next time. You don't always got to go in and fix things because everyone doesn't want your solution. I used to think that helping everyone and doing everything for people was going to make it better for them. And I quickly learned, family, what feels like freedom to us could very well feel like bondage to someone else. So while we think that we're helping people, to them, we're doing them a disservice because they don't want the help, because everybody is not ready for that, right? Everyone is not ready for that. And I learned that let me tell y'all, this is the realest lesson I ever learned. You cannot want for others what they do not want for themselves and what they're not yet ready for. Let me say it again. You can't want for others what they don't want for themselves and what they're not yet ready for. So just because we know as chosen ones, right? People who know who are who we are, just because we feel like we have the solution to a problem doesn't mean that it's the right solution for someone else. So when you step back and allow a person to go through what they need to go through, you give them room to grow. And last but not least, family, you've learned to detach, to let go. Detach and let go of the things that are not serving you, of the situations that you're involved in. You've learned how to let go of that. Right? You're letting go because, family, you have to start feeling good about the decisions that you're making in your life, regardless of what other people say. You have to feel good about your choices, your decisions, regardless of what anybody else says, because they're not making the decision for you. You are. They're not living in your life. You are. They're not walking in your shoes. You're walking in your shoes. So when we allow people to do these things and say these things and we're not remaining unbothered, it's causing frustration, sadness, unhappiness, despair. We don't have time for it. So in closing, family, I want you to try really, really hard. And I'm holding myself accountable too. I want you to try really, really hard to remain unbothered, to not allow what a person is saying about you to impact you so much where it's moving you to want to make a decision, moving you and swaying you into different feeling states, happy, unhappy, sad, happy. We can't allow it to sway us. We can't worry about the opinions that others have about us because we can't. We don't have the mental capacity to take on anything additionally that's not moving us forward in our lives. We already got enough things in our lives that we're trying to work through and resolve. And remember, family, that everybody's opinion, everybody's words about you, all the things that they believe about you is a reflection of their own reality. It is truly a reflection of their own reality. And it has very little to do with you and every single thing to do with them. So family, are you unbothered? Are you going to do the things to keep you unbothered? Are you going to keep allowing what these people are saying and doing to negatively impact your day? I would hope that you do the things that give you and bring you peace. Just something to think about, family. Stay inspired. When you walk away, things change. Something so powerful happens when you make the decision that you want to walk away from the things, the environments, and the people that no longer serve you. And we know, family, I know how hard it is to walk away, especially when it's a relationship, because we assign value to that person. That person becomes so meaningful to us in our lives. Maybe we have kids. Maybe we have years down with this person. Maybe we have so much invested. So it's so hard at times to walk away. And I think for me, just in my experience, the hardest part of the thought of walking away is, should I walk away or should I try harder? Should I walk away or should I try harder? I have spent so much time trying to make things work, trying to figure it out. Maybe things can be better. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do that, to no avail. So much time trying to fix things. So much time trying to decide what we should do, what I should do. Prayer, doing all the things, family. And it's so hard trying to decide, should I walk away or should I make things work? Should I walk away or should I try harder? And I had to ask myself several questions in that season, family. Question number one, why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I still in this relationship, right? Why am I deciding to be here? Is it love? And it couldn't be love, family, because I can love someone and not be with them. I can love someone and not be in relationship with them. I can love someone and still let them go. I can love someone, but not allow them to treat me in the manner that I don't treat myself. So is it love? Or is it that you just don't want to be alone? Right? Is it love, or do you just not want to be alone? And it's completely understandable why you wouldn't want to be alone. Like I said earlier, the investments that you've made, you put a lot of time in to that relationship with that lady. You put a lot of time in to that relationship with that man. And now you have to make a decision, family. So in this video, family, I'm going to give you some reasons why walking away can be so helpful to you. And you can use your walk away power. You can use that power to change and improve your life. Step one, you literally automatically increase your value every single time you walk away. You know why? Because you've been in these situations with these people that have said all type of things to you, treated you all type of ways, disrespected you, expected you to treat them in a way that they don't want to treat you, expecting you to be nice and kind and loving and gracious and giving. And they've been none of those things to you, right? None of those things. So when you walk away, you caught them by surprise. You caught them by surprise. They had no idea that you were done, right? Because it's one thing to say that you're done. And you said that in the past. You said that you were done. You said you weren't going to do this anymore. But again, because you're loving and because you're kind and because you want to fix things and because you believe that things will change and they can, you decided to make it work. And they then took your kindness for weakness. They then took you for granted. And they did not realize that this time around, when you said you were done, you were absolutely done. So when you walk away, you automatically increase your power. You increase your magnetism. You show them that you love you. You show them that you love you. Because for a long time, family, so many of us have loved them more than we've loved ourselves. And it shows them, family, that you know your worth. You literally know your worth. So many times you sat there over and over while these people spun the block on you. You sat there over and over and allowed them to treat you badly. You sat there over and over in hopes that they would be better, in hopes that they would change, in hopes like, yo, I know that this person deep inside is a good person. I know that this person has what it takes. I know that I have been wrong before. I've done wrong before. So maybe I can forgive this person. And maybe I can give this person another chance. And family, when they took you for granted, you got to that point where you couldn't do it anymore. You got to that point where you said no more. And I'm going to teach you something I learned. I'm going to teach you something I learned. And it's some real valuable information. And for those men out there, those women out there that are in these long-term relationships or that are married, can resonate with what I'm about to say. But I learned, family, that years of service do not equate to happy. I don't care how long you've been in a relationship, how long you've seen someone else in a relationship thinking that things are so great and so happy. Years of service do not equate to happy. So that doesn't mean just because someone is in something for a long term or in a relationship for many, many years that they're happy. That doesn't mean that. That just means that they are choosing to be in that relationship, right? So when you walk away from a person that you've been with long term or a situation that you've been in long term, a lot of people may not take you seriously because maybe you've never done it before and stuck to it. And now you're sticking to it. And they automatically see your worth. They automatically understand that you're serious. They automatically realize and know, wow, he's done. Or wow, she's done. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's an energy. They can feel it. Can y'all relate to what I'm saying? They can literally feel it when you're done. It's something in the air. They can feel the energy. Those energetic bonds have been cut. The energy is different. You're not even moving the same. You're not acting the same. You're not saying the same things that you used to say to them. You're done. And when you're done, you become magnetic. It's almost like, okay, think about it like this, family. You're playing with a dog, right? For some of us who have animals, you're playing catch and you're throwing the ball at the dog and your dog is bringing the ball back and you're chasing your dog and you turn around and your dog is chasing you and you turn around and you're chasing him, right? But what happens when you chase the dog? He's running away. But when he turns around to chase you and you're not running, he turns around and he sees you and you're not chasing him, what is he going to do? He's going to try to figure out what happened. Why is this person not chasing me? Why are they not coming back? And it's no different in relationships. So they felt when you cut that energy cord, they felt when it was over because you are no longer chasing them. You're no longer pursuing them. You're no longer running after them because you've made up in your mind that you're done. Another reason why walking away is so magnetic is because it puts things in perspective for you and things in perspective for your significant other. It really does. Because now for them, they got to sit and think by themselves. No interference from you. They got to think about all the things that they said to you. They have to think about all the things that they did to you. They have to think about all of the ways that they were mean and nasty to you. And now it doesn't feel so good. I'll wait. Now all the things they said to you, now that you're not there, it doesn't feel so good now, does it? For some of you who've been cheated on, now they got to look that other person in the face and like, was it worth it? Was it worth me giving up my good person for this? Was it worth me calling this person bad names? Was it worth me using this person, taking advantage of this person? And family, I'm here to tell you, you may not ever hear from that person. Let's say you walk away and you never talk to that person again. I can guarantee you that they regret the way they treated you. Because you're a good person and they're not going to find you. I said this before. You'll find another them before they ever find another you. I'll wait. Tell me I'm lying. You will find another them before they ever find another you. And you walking away put things in perspective for them because now they're like, man, I let a good one go. Maybe I should have done things differently. Maybe I could have handled that situation differently. Maybe I could have talked to him better. Maybe I could have spoken to her better. Maybe things could have been different. And they're realizing it, family. Sometimes the scales have to be removed from people's eyes for them to see their wrongdoing. And as they continue to reflect on you, they will realize the importance of you and the role that you played in their lives. Another reason why walking away is magnetic is because they know you mean business. They know you're standing on business. You mean business, family. You're done. You're tired. You're frustrated. You're done living in lack. You're done with the back and forth. You're done with the arguments every single day. You're done with the lack. You are so done with the foolishness. You're done with the part of yourself that continues to allow it. Right? You're done with the whole entire situation. And you just know, it's like, I have to stand on business for me. Because if I can't see the change that I want to see in others, then I need to be that change. You're done with waiting on others to change. You're done with hoping and wishing. You're done. And when you stand on business, they can feel it, family. No more. No more coming back. I'm so sorry. I know things could have been different. And then they want to hit you with I really love you. I'm so sorry. Let me tell you something. If they really loved you, then they will do the work and do what it takes to be better for God, for their universe, for whatever they believe, for themselves, for you, and for their family. So you're no longer falling for it. What the young kids say, it's all cap. You are no longer falling for it. And you're letting them know you are serious, that you want changes, that you want more, that you want better. And when the changes were not occurring in your relationship, when the changes were not coming about because you've given it so much time, you got to the point where you're serious and you're standing on business. And they know it. They can feel it. Things are different this time. And you spent so much time communicating your needs. You spent so much time going back and forth, talking to these individuals about what you need, and they wouldn't change. So you were supposed to sit in a situation forever with no change. No, absolutely not. And I know this, family, because there were situations in my life where I literally would go through it over and over and over again. And one day I would wake up. You would just wake up one day and you were done. Have y'all ever had that situation? And you don't know what it is, what brought it about. Maybe something happened, but you literally woke up one day and you were done. So now you're standing on business and they feel it. They absolutely feel it. And another reason, family, why walking away is so magnetic, it's because you allow yourself to grow. You make room to grow. Family, how many relationships have you been in the past? And when you look back, I guess after you broke up and you healed, you say to yourself, why didn't I do that sooner? Right? Why couldn't I have broken up with that person sooner? How many of us have been in those relationships and been in those situations, right? So this is no different. When you walk away, it's also good for you too, because as much as it hurts, as much as the pain is there, it's growth for you, because I want you to understand a lesson that I learned. Just because you're in a situation doesn't mean that it's good. It could just mean that it's familiar, right? It's not that it's good, it's that it's familiar. You're used to talking to this person every day, seeing this person every day. For those who are married, being with her often, being with him all the time. And it's not that it's good, it's just that it's familiar. And familiar feels good because for so many people, familiar is better than being alone. Familiar is better than being by yourself because there's so much fear in starting over. There's so much fear in not knowing what is happening on the next day. There's so much fear in the unknown, and I understand it. But when you walk away, you give yourself time just to think. Oh my gosh, yo. Time just to clear your mind and to think. Think about who you are, who you want to become, what you're allowing yourself to be in. I remember being in a situation, I said to myself, how did I get here? Right? How did I get here? And so many of you, family, you're in situations where you ask yourself, how did I get here? Right? How did things get this bad? How did I let things go so far? And when you think about a family, a lot of us aren't even taking care of ourselves, right? Think about your cell phone. When your phone is on 5%, what do? You run to go get that charger. Hey, if you on the phone, hey, let me charge my phone up real quick. I'm gonna call you back. Hey, let me get my phone. When your car needs an oil change, what do? Oh, I gotta get this oil change. Let me go down and get my car service. But why don't we charge ourselves? Why don't we service ourselves? Because we do so much for everyone and everything, and we don't even put that in ourselves. So walking away for us, family, as an individual is so magnetic and so healthy because it allows you to grow. It allows you to put things into perspective. It allows you to course correct. You can sit with yourself, by yourself, as hard as it is, and say, you know what? I think I went down the wrong path. I think I've allowed things that I wouldn't allow. I think I've done things that I wouldn't want my children to do. That if someone called me for advice, I would tell them to do opposite of what I've done. So sometimes, family, having that time away and that space allows you to clear your mind. And another reason why walking away is so magnetic, family, you're getting real strong. Y'all see, you're getting strong, strong. And let me tell you why. Because every single day that passed, you're healing. It's like back in the day, maybe you wanted them to call you more. You wanted them to change. And you're in a season, it doesn't even matter if they do. It doesn't even matter if they change. It doesn't matter if they don't call you. You're not concerned with that. It doesn't matter that they don't call. It doesn't matter that they haven't changed because your perspective is different. And you realize that you are a lot stronger than you think. I'll wait. You thought you couldn't live without them. Maybe you had a relationship that was failed the first time and you were dead set on ensuring that this relationship would work, right? So there's some hurt there, feelings of failure. But family, when you get by yourself and you get some time, you really build that strength because you realize life is not perfect. And things happen. And every single thing happens for a reason. Every single thing that's happening is happening for a reason. To make you better, to make you stronger, to make you great. And it's all learning lessons. And I know it hurts. I know it hurts. It hurts like hell. Don't get me wrong. It hurts. But in the pain and in the hurt, you are getting strong. You know that. Some of us who go to the gym and lift weights and who are running all the time, and you feel that pain and you feel that pain, but every single day you're able to do a little bit more than you did the week before. And it's no different with emotional growth. It's no different. Yeah, the pain is there, but so is your strength. And you're stronger than you used to be because maybe you see them on social media. They done moved on. That's fine. You see them playing this game, posting like they're happy. You know the truth. You're not dealing with the foolishness anymore because you got real, real strong. And being willing to walk away, you learned that you can do so much more possible that you ever thought you could do in your life. And that's on facts. And another reason, family, why walking away is so magnetic is because you literally build self-respect. You build self-respect because you were in a situation, they didn't treat you right, they didn't talk to you well, they took you for granted, all the things. And when you build that self-respect in yourself, now what? Now they're secretly watching. Tell me I'm lying. They're secretly watching. They see you. Now the thing and the person that they left you for all of a sudden doesn't feel so good anymore. It doesn't look so good anymore. It doesn't move like you. It doesn't talk like you. It doesn't sound like you, right? They thought the grass was greener on the other side, but they very well could have fertilized their own grass. They thought that they were leaving for better, but they quickly realized that that wasn't better. You understand me? So now you're over here building your self-worth, gaining respect. And now they looking at you like, dang, I respect him so much more. I respect her so much more because what you're doing, family, is building yourself up and you're teaching other people how to treat you. You are literally teaching other people how to treat you. And when you walk away, you just create like an essence of dignity, of self-love, of respect. You move different, right? It's just different. They see it. They all see it. They are literally all watching. And maybe they won't see you, but they'll see you. Don't let that go over your head. Maybe they won't see you, but they'll see you. Absolutely. And you're moving different. You got your mojo back, family, because you had it before they came in your life. You've always had it, and now they're seeing it. And walking away is so magnetic, family, because now you are taking control of your future. You're taking control of your future. What? You're taking control of your future because you're deciding that you want more than this, that you want better than that. Yo, so many of us have goals and dreams to be entrepreneurs, to succeed in our careers, to take a step back so that we can take a step forward. And when you're in situations that are causing hurt and pain and distraction, it's so hard, family, to move forward through that. Because you're using good time, good energy, your mind, right? The mind that you need to move forward in your day. You're using it to focus on that. You're using it to focus on that distraction, and it is not taking you to a new day. It's like you're waking up and creating the same day yesterday today. And therefore, you can't have a new day. Not when you're sitting living in lack. Not when you're sitting arguing back and forth every single day. And yo, I know because I've been there. How further along could we be, family, if we take our energy back, pull that energy back and use that energy to heal and to create and to do new things and to bet on a future that we can't even see as opposed to living in the unknown past with them? Why? For what? You don't have to, for like literally for what? Because at the end of the day, you only get one life. So why are you spending that one life losing control of your life? No, this is your life. This is your life. Let me come closer. This is your life, not theirs. So you have to do what you need to do in your own life to get to where you need to be. And now they want you back. Isn't that the classic story? And for some of those who want affirmation and confirmation that their person wants them back, just because you don't hear from them doesn't mean they don't want you back. I'm serious. Just because you don't hear from them doesn't mean that they don't want you back. Tell me I'm lying. Because if you know that you are the best thing that ever happened to them, If you know you upgraded her, if you know you upgraded him, what you think he's gonna go find another you? I'll wait. You think the person that they're with is you? Oh, please. Right? Anyone can put on a show. Anyone can put on a social media show. That's fake. Like they literally can never replace you because family, there's only one you. You're irreplaceable, but you know that though. You know that. You want to give and love because you're a great person. And don't get me wrong, but you know your worth. You know your value and you know what you bring to the table. And I'm so sorry that they can't see that. Some people, family, are not where you are. Some people, they're just not healed. Some people are not whole within themselves, so they can't see your greatness. They can't see your value because it's not designed for them to. They can't see what you bring to the table. They can't see beyond their own delusion because a lot of them think that you and them are on the same playing field. A lot of them think that you and them are on the same level. And so they treated you like you were common, but there's nothing common about you. And so now they had to learn the hard way when you took control of your future because your future, when you were done with them, didn't include them in it. And family, you're now creating boundaries. You create boundaries. You're creating respect for yourself because you are saying to yourself, self, I deserve better than this. Self, I'm tired of crying every day. I'm tired of crying every single day. I'm tired of living in lack. I'm tired of giving my resources, giving my money, giving myself, my body, my energy to a person that doesn't even value me. So now, family, when you went ahead and created your standards and your boundaries, now they want to come back and spin a block. Okay. So if you allow them back in your lives, they automatically know that they have to treat you differently this time because you're not going for the BS. You're not going for the games that they're playing. You don't have to, family, you don't have to. I've been in so many situations dealing with people and their problems, people and their issues, people and the things that they bring. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with growing with someone. It's nothing wrong with being there for someone and loving them enough to take on their problems and help them. But family, those are not your problems. Those are not your issues. Maybe those are not your kids. Those are like that. That's not you. You worked hard to get to where you need to be mentally, spiritually, financially, for you to be giving all your stuff to her, for you to be giving all your things to him. And don't get me wrong, like I said, there's nothing wrong with loving and being there. But remember, those are not your problems anyway. Those were their issues. And you took on their issues and they still took you for granted. You took on their issues. Wait a minute. You took care of their kids. You took care of their bills. You took care of their minds and they still took you for granted. And they thought that you were going to stay forever. They thought that you weren't going to create boundaries and standards for yourself. It doesn't work that way, family. And another reason why walking away is so magnetic, because family, you give a person time to truly miss you. And you know that. You were missing yourself. You walking away, you missed your damn self. You were like, yo, I miss this version of me. I miss how happy I was. I miss how fun I was. I miss the person that I was, right? So if you missed you, what makes you think that they don't miss you? What makes you think that they don't miss you, family? Oh my gosh. You bring so much to the table. You are a ray of sunshine. You are a light in a dark place. You are beautiful. You know you are. You've brought so much to their lives, family. You're so amazing. Why wouldn't they miss that? That new person is not. That new supply, is that that's what they call it? That new supply is not. That new person that they're dealing with is not. They're not you. So your ex, or your person, they're sitting there trying to make that new person you. They're sitting there trying to recreate you, but they can't. So they miss you. They miss all your quirky ways. They miss all the things you did. They miss all the person that you are. They miss your essence. So you walking away created space for them to realize what they lost. Created space for them to see, man, I messed up. And I'm telling you, family, some of us, you may not have got a call right away. You could get a call in like a year or two. I know that sounds crazy. There are people out there that will come back and circle the block after 2 years and be like, hey, I just checking on you. I'm a different person. Listen, you've changed and you moved forward and you moved on. Let them miss you because you missed yourself and you love yourself. You love your new self and you're opening up space for your new self to be free, opening up space for your new self to attract all things new, all people new. You don't have time to concern yourself with that. So if you want to know, do they miss you? The answer is a resounding yes. Why wouldn't they? How couldn't they? So family, walking away is so magnetic. It builds respect, self-worth. It allows a person space and room to see the wrong that they did. You're able to increase your value, to increase your worth, to create boundaries and standards for yourself around your life, right? And maybe the result is you get your ex back. Maybe the result is that person comes back in your life and becomes brand new. Maybe the result is you becoming brand new and getting a new person and a better person for your life, being in a better job, being in a new and better environment. The result is always going to be favorable for you. May not be so much for them, but we're not concerned with that. The result is always favorable for you. And you have to know that, and you have to believe that, family. And you're not doing this to play games. You're not walking away in hopes to manipulate a situation. No, you're doing this for you. You're doing this for your future. You're doing this for your family. You're putting everything out there because you want different and better. And you are not breaking promises that you are making to yourself. And you are not allowing a person to walk in and out of your life. And you're not allowing that person to take you down through there. You have given too much. Too much of your time, too much of your energy, too much of your worth, and you're not doing it anymore. Let them people sit. Let them people watch because they know they lost a good thing. Because their cup was not big enough to hold you. So if they want you, they need to be better. And you, family, will change and you be better. And you work on some of the things that you did wrong in that relationship. And you work on some of the things that you've done wrong within yourself so that you can be that best version of yourself. And there's a gentleman that I follow on YouTube, and I heard him say, knowing when to walk away is wisdom. Being able to walk away is courage, but walking away with your head held high, that's dignity. And family, you're dignified. And you're going to keep moving forward and trust and know that the outcome will always be favorable for you, but you're moving forward. You're not looking to the left, you're not looking to the right. You're moving forward, and every single thing you want in your life is coming to you. That woman that you want, she's there. That man that you want, he's there. And you don't have to go out and get them. They will come to you because you are the vortex of creation, and you are that thing, and you are the prize, and you are the gift, and you walking away automatically shows everyone the type of time you're on, and it's going to teach them how to treat you, and they're going to know for the rest of their lives that you were the one that they let get away. So they're going to have to come around and become a better person so that they can earn your trust and earn your love once again. Be very proud of yourself, family, because walking away is magnetic. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. Hey, family, have you ever noticed that every single time you're on your way to going to the next level, things begin to be uncomfortable in your life? It's like things just seem like they're falling apart. The lucky break that you thought you would get, it didn't work out. The relationship that you were in, that didn't work out. And it just seems like, why are so many things happening when I know I'm on my way to the next level? So family, I want to give you some signs that you are leveling up in life and that you are being elevated in the spaces that matter. Sign number 1, there is a dissatisfaction in your present situation. Family, you've been on that job for a minute. Now all of a sudden you're over it. You've been in that relationship for a second. Now all of a sudden, it just feels weird. It feels different. You've been in that situation for so long, but now it's becoming to feel uncomfortable. Like you want more, like you want to do more and be more. You don't want to be there anymore. and you're feeling the dissatisfaction in your present situation, because at the end of the day, family, you know that you no longer belong there. You know that you deserve to be further, to have more. You know that you deserve to be where you believe you should be, which is further than where you are, which supersedes where you currently are. So now the current job just doesn't seem so lucrative. Even if you're getting paid a good amount of money, it doesn't feel right. You're starting to feel things change around you. You're starting to want different things. The atmosphere feels different. The environments are different. You're craving different things. You don't even like the same things you used to like. You don't even want to hang with the same people oftentimes that you used to hang with, because now your present situation is feeling real old and you don't want it anymore because you want different and better. Another sign that you know you're leveling up is that there's a lot of opposition. Opposition meaning you just feel like people are attacking you. It's like, why are they coming for me? Why are people turning on me? Why is it that I'm having issues and troubles on my job? Why is it that I'm having issues and troubles in this relationship? Why does it seem like no matter what I do, things are not working out for me? And family, I want you to know, when you feel a lot of opposition, that is definitely a sign that you're breaking through to the next level. When you're feeling all that opposition, it's a sign that things are getting ready to change for you. And they're not going to always be like they used to be. They're going to be better. You can feel it, family. You can feel the attacks coming your way. People starting to treat you all type of ways. People walking out of your life. People leaving your life. People blaming you for things that you didn't do. It just feels like so many things are coming from so many different directions. And that's because, family, the opposition is hitting because you are getting ready to go to your next level. And one of the lessons I learned, family, is God, the universe, whatever your belief is, God really uses people to promote you. As uncomfortable as it feels, sometimes people are being used to promote you. They're being used to get you to that next level. They're making things uncomfortable. They're stirring up the pot for you to not want to be there anymore. And it's crazy because when your season of promotion comes, family, when your season of promotion comes, it feels like everybody's there to pick on you, right? But your enemies are also there, family, to announce you. And every single time there is a hater in your midst, every single time there's a hater in your area, it is a sign, right, that you are on your way to greatness. Another sign that you're going to the next level is that people will always try to pull you back to who you used to be, pull you back into the things that you used to do. Family, you don't even want to do that anymore. They literally will pull you back. Hey, you remember when you used to do this? Oh, you too good now? Or you're better now? You don't do that anymore? Or you too good to hang out with us? You don't hang out with us anymore? Or you don't do any of this anymore? You don't drink anymore? You don't smoke anymore? Whatever it is that you used to do and that you've decided that you no longer want to do it, they're going to remind you of who you used to be. Because the reality is, family, it truly can sometimes be a crabs in a barrel mentality. They don't want to see you grow. They do not want to see you grow. And I don't even know if it's just that they're not happy for you, but I think it's because they're not happy within themselves. They're mad because they're not doing the things that they need to do to take their life to the next level. And so now they want to be mad at you. Mad at you because you're growing. Mad at you because you're wanting to do something different. And mad at you because you're not allowing them to hold you back. No, you made a decision. You said, you know what, self? I no longer want to do this. You know what, self? I'm making a decision that I want more for my life. You know what, self? I don't have to do this anymore. And I don't have to be here anymore. Because now in this season in my life, I'm making a decision to go further. And you can't go further, family, when people are pulling you back. You can't go further when they're taking you back to who you used to be. If you know you are outgrowing the things you used to do, right? If you know you are outgrowing your environments, if you know you've outgrown some of those relationships, you cannot allow them to take you back because, family, you will not move forward. You won't move forward. And when they try to pull you back, family, because they will, you have to continue to make a decision that is nice and fun, as entertaining as that might have once been. I can't do that in this season because in this season, I need my whole mind and body to dominate. In this season, I have to make a decision that I'm going to do different and more. And in this season, I'm going to have to delay gratification, right? I'm going to have to delay gratification and I can't do the things that I used to do because if I do the things and continue to do the things that I used to do, it's not taking me where I need to be. And I always used to say, family, ask yourself this: if you continue to do the same thing that you're doing today, every single day for the rest of your life, would you be closer to the life that you want? If you continue to do every single thing that you're doing today for the rest of your life, are you closer to the life that you want? And if the answer is no, family, then you know that you can't stay there. And not only can you not allow them to pull you back, you can't allow yourself to go back. Another sign that things get uncomfortable when you're leveling up and when you're on your way up is that, family, it truly feels like things are falling apart. And when I say it feels like things are falling apart, I mean it feels like things are falling apart. Your job is not working out. Maybe some of us had a job loss. Your relationship is not working. Some of us have had ended in relationships. The money is not coming. The things that were once easy to you are now becoming difficult, and it feels like things are falling apart. And it's like, man, I made the decision to be better. I made the decision to move forward. So why is it that it seems like all these negative things are happening to me? Why does it feel like all these bad things are happening to me? I'm making the right decision. And sometimes you question yourself, family. You question, well, should I have left that situation? Should I have left that relationship? Was that a good decision that I made? But family, it very much so was. Because one of the things I learned in life is when it feels like things are falling apart, know that they are not falling apart, but they are always falling together. They're falling together, and it's making room and making space for you to get to where you need to get. It's making room and making space for you to go where you need to go. Of course, it feels like it's falling apart. Because nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. Why do you think they have top shelf liquor, top shelf everything? Because the best of everything is at the top. And we have to stand on books, stand on the word, stand on affirmations to get it, right? We have to stand on it. So no, things are not falling apart. Things are falling together for you, and you have to believe it. Another sign that I learned, that shows us that we are on our verge to leveling up is you'll start to get downloads. And I know that sounds crazy, but family, think about it. You'll start getting new ideas, new thoughts out the blue, just new messages that you're hearing in your head, like, where did that come from? New direction, new guidance on what to do differently. Things that you've never thought of before will all of a sudden automatically start coming to you. And you weren't even thinking about it. It'll be out the blue. You'll be out, or you'll be working, or you'll be doing something that you typically do. And all of a sudden, you get this brand new life-changing idea. All of a sudden, you get the roadmap, the keys to do the things you need to do. That is not a coincidence, family. That's not a coincidence. So you want to make sure, family, that in this season, you are not wasting the ideas that you're getting. That in this season, you are not throwing away the blueprint, the DNA, the ideas that are coming your way. You want to make sure that you're not throwing those away and that you're capitalizing on those, because those are truly downloads, divine intervention, ideas coming in your mind, and you didn't even have to go out there and get it. It came to you. It's so uncomfortable when you're leveling up. And another sign is different and good people will start coming in your life, right? Strategic partners, people placed in the way to help you get to where you need to get. My mom used to always say, when you walk the way is made. And think about it, family. You may not know how to get where you need to go. You may not know how to create this business. You may not know how to leave this relationship. You may not know what to do on this job. But once you make the decision that you're going to start, that you're going to get started, every single thing starts coming to you. It's literally like the way is being paved. Tell me I'm lying. Every single thing starts coming to you, and people will start coming in your life. People that were sent to help you along the journey. I remember when I was walking and hiking through a forest, and I'm not much of a hiker, but my friend invited me and I went, and we were completely lost. But the whole time we were hiking, there were people along the way. Oh, this marker means that if you take that path, it's easier. Be careful for that rock in the road. Don't forget to do this. And it's like the whole entire time we were being guided. And family, I'm telling you, you are being guided on your journey with strategic partners and strategic people that are placed in your life. And let's be very clear, just because a person leaves your life, that doesn't mean it wasn't strategic, because they could have left your life to free up space for someone new to come into your life. They could have left your life to free up space for someone new and different to walk into your life and help you get to where you need to be, family. It happens every time. So understand and know that strategic partners will be coming in your life. You'll start to see new people in different environments. You having new different friends. You're networking with a group of people you possibly wouldn't have hung out with before. You're finding yourself being involved in spaces that you typically would have been involved in, all because you're moving towards your next level, family. And last, but certainly not least, another sign that you know you're on your way to greatness and you're on your way to the next level is because you are making these courageous, life-changing decisions. You literally have decided after years of doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over, you have decided that you want to do something different. You've decided that you want more different with your life, and that, family, is courage. It doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means that you are doing it afraid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing it afraid, and you've decided that you're going to take the courage that you have inside and everything that you know and everything that you have and all your resources and all the tools and every single thing that you can, and you're going to build a new life. That you're going to walk and move forward despite all opposition, despite everything coming in your way, despite when it feels like things are falling apart, despite people trying to pull you back to who you used to be. You're making a decision that you're moving forward and nobody's going to stop you, not even you. Tell me I'm lying. No one is going to stop you, not even you, because you've made a decision to move forward in your life. Some of us are leaving jobs without having another one lined up. Some of us are leaving relationships and walking into the unknown. Some of us are entering into new relationships and walking into the unknown. Some of us are deciding that we no longer want to live in the current present reality and a past, familiar past, but we are deciding to move forward into a future that is unknown. That's scary. Some of us are deciding that we no longer want our yesterday to be our today. So we want to have new ideas and think new things and hang with new people and have new creative thoughts and have great ideas that are downloading in our minds and start to take ourselves seriously and take our place on our thrones. Some of us are taking life very, very, very serious and very, very, very impactful. And you know you are on your verge to going to the next level when you make up in your mind that no matter what, I'm done. I'm done living in lack. I'm done in this situation. I'm done in this relationship. I'm done at this job. So many of us call those breaking points. But the reality is, it's you mentally making up in your mind that you are done. And when you're done, family, there's no turning back. Some of us make up our minds, but when you mentally make up your mind that you are done, you're done with that level. You're done being on that level. And it's time for you to go to that new and next level that you know you are more deserving of. So family, in closing, know that whenever you're leveling up, whenever you're moving into something better, there will always be a wilderness experience. There will always be an experience where you feel like you're having periods of isolation, where you're feeling rejection, where you're feeling like no one understands you, where they don't see what you're going through, where they can't understand what you're trying to do and why you're trying to change and why you're trying to figure out why they can't accept you. But it's all by design, family, because this is where giants are made. This is where miracles happen. You don't get to just move to the next level and bring your old self. No, you have to bring a new self in the next level. You don't go to the next level with the same old thoughts, patterns, behaviors, bad habits, addictions. No, you leave that in the old level. Because in your new level, it's different. Because change is difficult, and true change is waking up and deciding that you want to do something different than you did the day before. True change is making a mental decision that you want different and you want better and you want more, whatever that more is. But it's you moving forward through a wilderness experience. No matter what happens, no matter what the consequences, you're walking away so that you can move forward and walk into a new life. And there's a saying, and it says, tough times never last, but tough people do. And family, that is so true. Tough times are not going to last forever, but if you're tough, you last forever. And you make a decision mentally in your mind that you're going to do something new and different. You make a decision that no matter what happens, them pulling me back, I'm moving forward. And know and trust that your breakthrough is on the horizon. Know and trust that things are coming to you, better things, more genuine things, more money, more opportunities. Every single thing that you want is coming to you. Every single thing. And when you make the decision to walk forward, and when you make the decision to level up, I know it's harder on the next level, but you are harder as well. It may be harder on the next level, but you are stronger as well. And when you're in the season, when you don't know what's going to happen, where you feel like things are falling apart, where you feel like things are not working for you, you start to feel discouraged. And I get that. We've all been there. But trust and know that you are not alone and you are being guided to get exactly where you need to be. And every single thing is going to work out for you. And when you walk the way is made, your perfect path is showing up for you. And the people that are walking on your path, if they no longer are in one with you, if they no longer are in unison and in tandem with you, then they get off the path and you keep moving forward because everything is working out for you. And God is going to show up in your favor. It's all coming together for you. So don't judge yourself by where you are, family, because it's not about where you are. It's about who you are and whose you are. Because where you are is not where you'll always be. You're leveling up. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. This is your let go season. It's your let go season. And if you look at nature, don't the trees do such a good job at showing us how lovely it can be when you let dead things go? Hey, this is your let go season. And in order for you to get into winning season, there are so many things that you have to let go of, that we as individuals have to let go of. But letting go involves a conscious choice, a conscious decision to do something new and different. It's just not a physical act. It involves using your whole mind and mentally making up in your mind that you want something new and different. When you're deciding to let go, you are mentally saying to yourself, I want something new and different. I no longer want to keep carrying this weight, the weight of life, the weight of this person, the weight of these things. When you decide to let go, you make a conscious decision to do something different. In this season, family, you are making a decision to let go of the doubt, let go of the resentments, let go of the fear, let go of the challenges and all the things that are holding you back from doing what you want to do. You are literally letting go of all of the things that are holding you back. And you're releasing any and all things that are disturbing your peace. I'll wait. You're releasing all things that are disturbing your happiness. You are. Because this is where you are in this season. You want new and different. So it's let go season, family. It's let go season. And you're not ruminating and thinking about all of the things that you cannot control, but you're only focusing on the things that you can control. You're only focusing on the things that you have fiduciary responsibility over. You're only focusing on the things that you can change. You can't worry about the things that you can't control. You can't worry about the things that you can't change. So that's why your focus is only on the things that you have control over. And you're letting go of every single thing else. And the reality is, family, you're learning quickly that when you let go, you are stripping away all of those old things and you're making room for great new opportunities, great new people, great new things to come into your life. And it can only come when you free up that space. It can only come when you let go and when you open up that space for something new and different to come into your life. And you're accepting what's happening right now. What's happening right now. You're not focused on what's going to happen tomorrow, what the outcome is going to be. You're accepting what's happening right now. So here are 5 things that I found, family, in my own life. When you let go of, it literally lightens your load. And you are able to live a freer, happier life. Number 1, you're letting go of things that are weighing you down. Things that are holding you down, going through your house and getting rid of things that you don't need, cleaning out your car, cleaning out your rooms, cleaning out your spaces, cleaning out your mind, letting go of things that we are giving actual real estate to in our lives, things that don't even have a physical address, things we're holding on to, thoughts from the past, from years ago that are no longer, y'all, some of us wake up And when we wake up, those negative thoughts download in our head. And then our day today is just like our day yesterday. Our day today becomes just like our day yesterday. We have no room to create, no room to improve, no room to make a difference. But we are in a season where we're letting go of those things that are holding us down, holding us back, those things that are not causing us to elevate, not allowing us to move forward. We're letting go of all of the things that are hurting us, all of the things that are taking us to places that we don't need to be. We're letting those go. Why do you need it? Do you have room for it? Is it still necessary, right? Why are those thoughts still in your mind? Is it a way for you to have a new mind, to clear your mind, to come into your own frame and think new, different, and great thoughts so that you can manifest new, different, and great things in your life? We're letting go of the things that are no longer serving us. The things that we're giving space to in our lives, the things that we're giving space to in our minds that are no longer serving us, we're letting it go, family. And then we are letting go of what we had in mind. Let me explain that to you, family. A lot of us feel like, okay, I'm 20 and I should be, employed. I'm 30 and I should be married with a child. I'm 40 and I should be further along. I'm 50 and I shouldn't be starting my life over. But family, we have to let go of what we had in mind for ourselves, because who knows, right? Who knows what God has in mind for you? The universe, whatever your belief is, who knows what is in store for you? So sometimes, and I've done it too, we look at our lives and we say, I should be further than I am. I should have gone further than I've gone. I should be further in my career. I should have more money. I shouldn't be starting over. I shouldn't be single. I shouldn't be, no, family, because we have to let go of what we had in mind, because you never know what your life could be. You could literally wake up and have an and suddenly moment, right? Meaning, and suddenly your life could change. And suddenly your life could change right now. Who are we to think that we know what the outcome of our lives could be just because we feel like we're not where we need to be? Absolutely not, family. Absolutely not. And a lot of times society and people make us feel like, okay, well, you're this age and you're not married, or you're this age and you don't have enough money, and you're this age and you're looking at your friends and looking at social media on all of the things that perceived that other people have, and you're wondering why I don't have it. And family, I want you to know, you have to divorce that outcome that you have for yourself, because it's probably not even true anyway, because there is better and greater coming for you, better and greater waiting for you, better and greater down the line. And that's on facts. Better and greater than you ever thought that you could have for yourself when you let go of your thought of holding on to an outcome. Holding on to an outcome that may not even be favorable for you. Holding on to an outcome that doesn't even exist, family. Right? Holding on to things that haven't even come to fruition, things that we are making a self-fulfilling prophecy, all because we believe that we should be further along than we are. And maybe there is some truth to it. Maybe we have done things that have held us back. Maybe we have stayed in situations and relationships that's put us backwards. But family, one of the lessons that I've learned, when you let go, and maybe you're at the back of the line, you don't just walk, you're catapulted to the front of the line. All when you make a decision to let those thoughts go, let those things go, and let those outcomes go of what you thought you had in mind for yourself in your life. And as you consistently show up in your own life, you get to that finish line, family. You get to that finish line when you consistently show up in your own life. And another thing you're doing, family, you're letting go of control. You're letting go of control. How many things have we tried to control? How many people have we tried to change and control? How many outcomes have we Listen, you're letting go of the control because you know it's not healthy. And it's so easy for us when we're at work to see people who are micromanagers. It's so easy for us when we're observing general conversation to hear the person who's taking over the whole conversation. But sometimes it's so hard for us to see when we're doing a form of that. It's so hard for us to see when we're the ones controlling things that we don't need to control. It's so hard for us to look at ourselves and see that we are the people that we don't like to look at when we're out there making judgments on others. But family, when we try to control things, these are stemmed from patterns, unhealthy patterns that we've created, maybe traumas we've experienced in our lives, maybe things that we do to guard and protect our hearts, guard and protect the things in our lives, guard and protect the people in our lives. And we think that this control is healthy. And a lot of times it may be. But overall, when you're deciding to let go of the things that you need to, you're letting go of things that you cannot control. And you're learning the difference. You're letting those things go. And I've learned, family, in my own life, I had to give control in order to feel like I'm getting control. Letting things go, letting people do what they say they can do, allowing things to come into my life as opposed to forcing it, letting people be who they are, not trying to change people. Let these people be who they are, right? We can't want for others what they do not want for themselves and what they're not yet ready for. We got to let that up. We got to let that go, because that is a form of control. Because letting go of control, family, allows us to adapt to things when they don't go as planned. It allows us to just feel good in our own frame, feel good in our own mind, and accept the fact that we can't control people, things, or outcomes. We're letting that go. And another thing we're doing, family, we're letting go of people. We are letting go of people who no longer serve us, people who bring out the worst in us, people that are not healthy for our lives, people that have not been good to us, people that have used us, have spun the block on us, taken advantage of us, betrayed us, rejected us, left us in isolation. The list goes on and on and on. But you're letting go of that? No. You're letting go of those people. Those people that do not, those people that are holding space in your life. That space that you need to grow. That space that you need to heal. We're letting go of those people. You're letting go of them. Tell me I'm lying. Because it doesn't even feel good anymore. Maybe it was a friend you used to hang with all the time, but you're not even on what they're on anymore. And you're not even doing what they're doing anymore because it doesn't feel good, because it's not you. It's not you. It's not who you're becoming. It's not who you're moving towards. It's not your highest and best version of self. You're letting that go. You're letting that go. All of the things that you used to do that held you to your past, you're letting it go. All of the unhealthy patterns, you're letting that go. Family, you're letting it go. And no, it's not easy. Absolutely not. Some of these individuals have labels, like mother, like father, like husband, like they have labels. And we attach sentimental meaning to all the things that we label in our lives. So to let them things go are hard. True indeed. But you're making a decision that no longer serves you as you move to your road to winning. That doesn't serve you, because you're evolving, family, and you're becoming a better person, and you're moving differently, and you're feeling differently, and things are happening for you in your life differently. You gotta let go of those people. You gotta get the squares up out your circle. And it's not even to be mean, but where you're going, everybody can't go, and you know that. This is me preaching. This is me telling you things you already know, but sometimes, family, you got to hear it again. You got to let that go, because they can't go with you where you're going. They absolutely cannot. And you're forgiving, family. You're forgiving these individuals. You're letting these people go. You're allowing them to move forward and be great. You love them, you're blessing them, and you're saying goodbye. You are. Because you have no room in your life to keep holding things that are not meant for you to hold. You have no room in your life to do it. And another thing that you're doing, family, is you are letting go of the past. That is a hard one. I'll wait. That is so hard. You're letting go of the past. And we associate so many things with our past. People, things that didn't work out, the ones that we let get away, relationships, jobs that we felt like we shouldn't have left, businesses that have failed, parts of ourselves that we let die, things that we gave up for no reason, things that we gave up for good reason and we felt like we should have given up. I mean, we have so many things that we attach to our past. So it's so hard when you're deciding that you want to let go of that past. And truly, family, our brains are kind of wired to remember a lot of the painful memories that we've had, and we replay them over and over and over again, like a scary movie that we don't even want to watch. So we are literally living out a past that probably didn't even happen the way we're living it out. We're living out a past in a future, and we haven't even created our future. So now our past becomes our present, and we can't create anything new. So when you've made a decision to let go of that past, you're willing to let it all go, family. The negative thoughts, the things that didn't work out, the unforgiveness, the resentments, it's a real thing. And I've had so many memories, family, so many things that happened in my past where it has such an emotional imprint on my mind. I could not let it go. Traumatized, right? Just traumatized. And when I made the decision that I wanted to let my past go, I literally made a decision to change. And what is change? Change is when you wake up and you decide to do something new and different than you did the day before. That's true change. And I got to that point in my life, family, where I wanted true change, where I couldn't keep going back there. I couldn't keep reliving the scene of the accident, keep reliving the scene of the bad memories. I had to let go of my past, and I had to get beyond my past. And I'm asking you to do the same thing. And I know you're working hard towards letting go of the past, but I know it hurts. I know it hurts. Because letting go of the past, a lot of times, is letting go of a piece of ourselves. And you have to be in a position, family, where you're open to and ready to let go of a piece of yourself. You have to let go of that past in order for you to win. You have to let go of that past in order for you to grow. And you have to let go of that past in order for you to change. And for me, when I'm dealing with situations where I can't let go of the past, I ask myself questions like, why are you thinking about this, Nicole? This is when I'm self-aware and thinking about what I'm thinking about. When I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about, I ask myself questions. Nicole, why are you thinking about this? Why can't you let it go? Why is it X amount of years that pass and you can't get this off your mind? You can't get this thing out of your head. Why? And I really start to break down what I'm thinking about. And I'm conscious of what I'm thinking about so that I can stop letting all these thoughts come through my mind unchecked. And I've said this before, family, because I love movies. And I remember watching The Lord of the Rings. And the wizard was standing at the gate, right? So that this big evil thing wouldn't pass. And the evil thing comes towards him and he takes his staff and he sticks it in the ground. And he says, you shall not pass. And he meant that with every bone in his body, family. And we got to get like that with the thoughts that we're thinking in our minds. We got to get like that with the things that are just flowing through oh so freely, flowing through oh so easily, as if we don't have control over ourselves and our thoughts. We do. And we have to decide that we want to make a conscious decision to let go of the past in order for you to win in life. And in order for you to move forward to a new life, you're letting go of things. You're letting go of what you had in mind. You're letting go of control. You're letting go of people. And you are letting go of the past. And you will understand and find, family, that when you are able to let go of these things, when you are able to move and create a new and different future, then you will make a decision to change. And you will make a decision to move forward into a new world and move forward into a new life that's more closely fit to the highest version of self. You are making a decision that you want to change. You're making a decision that you want to leave a familiar past so that you can go towards an unknown future. And you're okay with that because that's what it takes to win. It is letting go. That is what it takes to win. You're not letting anybody hold you to who you used to be. You're not letting yourself get in front of yourself so that you can't move forward. You're not blocking your blessings anymore. You're not dealing with situations and environments and things that are setting you back. You're not spinning the block on things and people that are not worth your time. You are moving forward. And I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how much pain is involved. You do what you need to do to heal. But in your healing, you're moving forward. In your pain, you're moving forward. Some people say crying is pain leaving the body. I don't know if I feel that way. But what I do feel is it's all a part of your healing and it's all a part of your growth. And no matter what you do, family, you have to keep moving the needle forward because you owe it to you. Nobody can do this for you but you. Nobody can force you. What did I say earlier? You can't want for others what they don't want for themselves and what they're not yet ready for. And that same applies for you. So you got to be ready for this change. This is not for the weak of heart. This is for the strong. You got to be ready to move forward into a new future that you cannot even see. You have to be ready to do something new and different. You have to mentally make up in your mind that you want more and better than what you're allowing yourself to have now. You have to mentally make up in your mind that you want change. And I don't mean to come off so hard and so strong in this video, but it is so serious to me for you to understand that when you let go of these things, when you can get beyond yourself, when you can control those thoughts that you're thinking, you can dominate your life and dominate your day. And you can have control over your body, mind and body control, mind and heart coherence. You can do the things that it takes to get beyond yourself and into that new, best, and higher version of self, family. Let it go. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. Family, you don't have to react. You do not have to react when a person does something to you to frustrate you, to make you upset, to make you mad. You can walk away. You can simply walk away, and you can walk away in silence. You don't have to let them know why. You don't have to let them know why you're not talking to them. You don't have to let them know why you're leaving them. You don't have to let them know anything. All they need to know is that their part in your story is over. And they can know that by your actions. And I mean that. How many situations have you had, family, where you gave your energy, your effort, your time, your everything to a person and it didn't play out the way you thought it would? And so now you're left holding the bag of your emotions. Now you're left dealing with the loss of resources, dealing with the loss of energy, dealing with the loss of time. And family, at the end of the day, you got to get to a point where you make yourself the main character of your own story. And becoming the main character of your own story does not include you having to let a person know why you're leaving them. You becoming the main character of your own story does not include you having to give another reason for why you've asked them over and over if things could change, if y'all could work together to make something different, if y'all can do something brand new. Family, sometimes walking away silently is the best way to go. You get into the least amount of trouble. There's no emotional issue, something that didn't accidentally happen. The authorities weren't involved, or, other people weren't involved. You're able to gather yourself, gather your emotions, make the best decision for you, and walk away. Everyone has not earned the right to hear your story, and everyone has not earned the right to go to the future that you've been called to go. And I know it hurts because we love these individuals. We want to fix these individuals. We want to tell them why we think that things should change, that they can change, that things can be better, that it doesn't have to be this way, and that you are the answer. But let me tell you something, family. One of the lessons I learned is people do what they want. I'll wait. People do what they want. So as much as a good person you may be, the blessing that you bring to a person, at the end of the day, a person is going to do what a person wants to do because they have their own free will. So always telling a person what they're doing wrong, what they could do right. Here's where they messed up. They should have done this different. Sometimes it's such a waste of energy and effort, family. Energy and effort that you could be putting elsewhere in your life. Energy and effort that you could be applying to yourself. So you got to pull that energy back. You got to pull that energy back and pull that effort back. All that time you're spending on a phone trying to explain yourself. All that time you're sitting there going back and forth with a person that doesn't even understand where you're coming from or doesn't care. Going back and forth with the person, family, I learned that in some seasons of your life, you got to cut those people off silently. You got to cut those people off silently and never look back. You know why? Because you do not deserve to be treated in a manner that you don't even want to treat yourself. You deserve for a person to come into your life and to show up in your life as a better version of themselves. You deserve better because you're worthy. You don't deserve going back and forth with the person all the time, arguing all the time, trying to fix something, telling them what they think they could do better, and you don't deserve that. Because time is passing, family, and how much more times are we going to spend watching everybody else win? Watching everybody else win, watching everyone else Do the things that you know that you can do and do it better. Watching everyone win, but we're so stuck in this mind frame of dealing with her or dealing with him. So stuck in this mind frame of trying to fix it. And we've all been there, family. And one of the things I realized, they use the word peace so freely, but it truly is true. Your peace is everything, and there's no price tag on it. And a lot of times, just because you don't have a physical death doesn't mean you're not dying inside. Dealing with the wrong person, letting them take you down through there, spin the block on you, having to come in and out of your life, causing all this stress, all this pressure, ruining your at-home dynamic with your kids, with your family, ruining dynamics with your friends, family. We have to get a control and get a hold on how we're allowing people to show up and govern our lives, because it is our lives, not theirs. And the best relationship that you can have is a relationship that you have with self, not them. And when you work on yourself and when you do the things that you need to do to become a better version of yourself, all the things, family, all the things that you want, they come to you, and you didn't have to go out there and get it. It came to you because you are a generator. You are the vortex of creation. You are the blessing. You were the one the whole time. We can't keep going back and forth with these individuals that are taking up sacred bandwidth. You only have so much time. You're going to work, you're building your businesses, you're taking care of families, you're developing your community leaders. Some of us are doing such great things that the little time that you do have, you can't keep throwing that time away. You can't keep giving that time to people that don't appreciate your time. You certainly can't keep trying to make a person see your value, trying to make her see how if she changes, things can be better. Make him see that if he showed up, no. Because all we can do in this season in our lives is control the things that we can control, right? Focus on the things that we can control. There is so much greatness in this life. There is so much work that you have to do. You did not come this, let me get closer when I say this. You did not come this far just to come this far. Absolutely not. You did not come this far for a person to throw you off your game. Some of us worked very hard to get to where we are. Some of us went to school, right? Some of us learned lessons. Some of us learned the hard way. Some of us walked into blessings. Some of us created blessings. You did not come this far just to throw away your good blessing and your good energy to a person that doesn't even value it. People tend to go from gratitude to expectation real quick because they take you for granted anyway, because you're such a good person. You're resourceful. You are the blessing. Any question that they have, you typically have an answer. And if you don't have an answer, you know where they can go to get it. They call those people resourceful. They call those people chosen. They call those people abundant. And you know you're abundant. So you can't keep giving away your precious time, energy, effort, going back and forth with the person that no longer serves your life. And I'm not even saying that to be selfish, but family, we have to become the main character of our own stories. We have to become the main character of our own life. We can't keep doing that. We can't keep allowing a person to come in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out of our lives. That is draining. It drained me just saying it. We can't do it because we're in a different season, family. You can't afford to do it. You can't. You got to cut these people off silently because you even given them the opportunity to spar with you, tells them and teaches them that this is the type of energy that you're on, and teaches them that these are the type of games that you like to play. And that is far from the truth. Because when you pull your energy back from that person, and when you turn around and you walk away and you cut that cord, they're going to be looking for you because they don't feel that energy anymore. They're so used to the going back and forth. They're so used to the yes, the this, the that, the no, the this, the that, the back and forth, the arguments, you blocked, unblocked, you're blocked, unblocked, your DMs, all the foolishness. But when you stop it, they have no choice but to say, this is different. And sometimes, family, you have to teach people with your actions and not with your words that you're serious. Sometimes you got to teach people with your actions and not with your words that you mean what you say and that you're saying what you mean, and that no is a complete sentence. You don't need a word to precede no, and you don't need a one to come after it. No is a very, very complete sentence. And that's the type of time you're on. And you are in that season where you are saying, no, thank you, I'll wait. No, thank you. I don't like the way you're showing up in my life. No, thank you. I don't like the way you're treating me. And that's the type of time you're on. If you're dealing with a female, whether in a relationship, in a business deal, if you're dealing with a male in a relationship, whatever the dynamic of your relationship is, you deserve to be healthy. You deserve to be emotionally stable. And I know it hurts. Trust me, I know it hurts when we thought that something would work out for us. I know it hurts when we thought that this finally was the blessing I was looking for, that this finally was the thing. And I'm so happy that it finally came and you really thought that this was it. And you found out that it wasn't. I know it hurts. And so many of us, we try and we try and we try because we're loving and we're fixers. And we try to fix her. We try to help her. We try to give her everything that we thought that she would need because in turn, she would reciprocate the love. Women, you did the same thing for men. And then you realize that that's not the case because people do what they want to do. People do what they want to do. It doesn't matter what you do. So you don't deserve to be wasting all your energy going back and forth, trying to tell them what they need to do, what they need to change. You tried therapy. Some of us have tried counseling. Some of us, we're in our third and fourth opportunity or relationship with the same person. Some of us have been married once or twice with the same person. At what point does it stop? I'm going to ask you, at what point does it stop? Because someone told me years ago when I was doing that Nicole, you don't love yourself. And I said, that's not true. I very much so love myself. I didn't. Because if I loved myself, I wouldn't continue to allow myself to keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with people that don't want to change. Cut those people off silently. They don't deserve a seat at your table anymore. Their part in your story is over. And again, I know it hurts. I'm not just talking because I'm coming from a place of, oh no, this hurts. But when you make a decision that you want to create a life by design and not a life by default, you got to make some hard choices. You got to really go within and ask yourself, who do I want to be? How do I want to show up in my own life? Some people have children looking up to them. Some people are taking care of parents. Some people have things that they have fiduciary responsibility over. This is not the season to try to figure out how you can make a person change. Because essentially, sometimes, family, that's what we're doing. We can't keep doing it. You have to cut these people off silently because at the end of the day, if they're meant for you, if they're meant to be with you, everything is going to come together and they will show up in your life in the manner that they're supposed to show up in. And the things that you know you need to work on, simultaneously, you'll be working on those things and that relationship will be meant to be. But until things get to that point, you have to cut people off silently. You can't keep going back and forth and going back and forth because it is unhealthy for you. You have goals, you have dreams, but you don't have an infinite amount of time to get this done. You have a finite amount of time. And the time that you're giving away, trying to fix and change and deal with the person that is showing you signs that they're not capable in this season of giving you what you desire, showing you signs that they're not capable in this season of changing, now you got to make a choice. What choice are you going to make? Are you going to continue to go back and forth or are you going to cut these people off silently? And that is not to be mean. All I'm saying is walk away. All the arguing, the fighting, the back and forth, the things that we do in relationships because we love a person, the unhealthy attachments, the patterns we've been running, the things that never worked out for us anyway, that we keep repeating, walk away. It's the hardest, easiest thing you'll ever do. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do, but when you walk away, you free up space to allow people to truly change. When you walk away, you free up space for you to gather your thoughts, to strategize, to determine and decide where you see yourself, to determine and decide who you want to be, to determine and decide who you're becoming. Cut these people off silently. If they don't mean you well, family, there is nothing you can do to try to change it. All you can go is go to your creator. All you can do is go to your creator. Pray, give out that good energy, talk. But at the end of the day, there is nothing that you can do that is going to make a person change because they have to change on their own because people do what they want to do. And all you can do is continue to develop yourself, work on yourself, become a better self. And I promise you on everything I know to be true. When you change, those same people that you had to cut off silently, now all of a sudden they have words. Tell me I'm lying. Now all of a sudden they want to come back. Now all of a sudden, hey, just checking on you. They hit you with the, hey, just checking on you. I thought about some of the things. Listen, this is not the season for you to be putting anyone else on your seat. You are the main character of your own story, and you are leading with that. You are leading with that. You are worthy. There is nothing common about you. You're not a commoner. There's nothing common about you, because if there was something common about you, they wouldn't try to be coming back in your life or thinking about you. Sometimes, family, even if you don't hear from a person, you can feel their energy. When you're connected to someone, you know when they're thinking about you. You can feel it. But at the end of the day, as hard as it is, you have to teach a person how to treat you. They do not get the right to come in and out of your life. They don't get the right for you to keep going on the phone with them, telling them what they need to do different. No, cut them people off silently. And when you cut them off silently, you will watch and see how your life will change. And every single thing that you want comes to you. Every single thing that you want comes to you. And you didn't have to go out there and get it. It came to you. You cut individuals off silently because you are no longer giving energy and effort and the back and forth and the wherewithal. You don't have it to give right now. Not in the season. You don't have it. There's too much going on in the world. Better yet, there's too much going on in your life for you to exert the little energy and time that you have left for yourself to heal, for your family, to do the things that you want to do. You can't keep giving that time away to people that don't appreciate it. You can't keep giving that time away to individuals that don't even want to hear what you have to say because they don't see things that way and they don't want to. They're not even being receptive to the good change and the good suggestions and recommendations that you had. They're not receptive to that. So you can't keep doing that. So when you walk away silently and you cut individuals off, they're going to feel it. You don't even I learned that, family. You don't even have to use your words. Silence is key. You don't listen to the quiet. That's what they feel. Because they know that you're serious this time. They know that you mean what you say. You're not even entertaining them. Let them people do what they want, because at the end of the day, we can't control them anyway. But when you cut them off with silence, you get to move on about your life in a manner that builds you and makes you better and makes you stronger. And you're no longer focused on them and what they're doing and who they're with and where they're at. You're not doing that anymore, family. That's not the type of energy you're on. And it's certainly not the type of time you're on, because they don't get the right to show up in your life that way. They don't have the right to play that role in your story. No, it's your story. And you can rewrite your story. And you can reframe your story at any given time. Cut those people off silently. No more back and forth. Telling them what they should have done. Telling them how, it doesn't matter what they say about you. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at you. They're going to tell you all the things that you're not, what you didn't do, what you could have done better, what you should have said. Maybe I wouldn't have left. Maybe this marriage could. Okay, that's fine. Walk away. The hardest, easiest thing that you can do. Walk away and start to pick up the pieces of your life and start doing some of the things in your life that you want to do, accomplishing some of the goals in life that you want to accomplish, and getting on, making life happen. Because that's where all the miracles are, when you get up and you make life happen. You're not creating a life by default. You're creating a life by design. This is not a knee-jerk response. This is not a cause and effect. You're causing an effect. And you don't, why do you have to be the one always trying to fix a thing? Why do you have to be the one always trying to save it? Let it go. Because it will come back to you the way it's supposed to come back to you. And it will come back to you in the right way. And nothing that you can do. But when you let things go, the things come back to you the way that they're supposed to. It always works that way. And you don't have to concern yourself with what they're doing. You don't have to concern yourself with who they're doing it with. Let me tell you something. Water always finds its level. Let them people go and become who they were before they was with you. And the minute they come back in your life, they will respect you and honor you because you held true to the love and the value that you're holding for yourself and for your life. And when you cut them off silently and they do come back, they're going to realize, you know what? I can't treat him that way any longer. I can't treat her that way any longer. And family, in this time, you're working on yourself, the things that you know you need to fix within you, because everything is on us and we take accountability for the things that we need to fix in our lives, in our marriages, in our relationships, in our careers. We take responsibility for the things that we can fix and that we can control. Cut those people off silently. Save yourself the time, energy, and effort. Go about doing the things that you need to do in your life to become a better person. Move forward, get the squares out of your circle, and live your life intentionally and make the right decisions and the choices that is going to take you where you need to be, because you are blessed and every single thing that you need is in here. It is not out there. That person that you have to cut off, they don't make you. Let me get closer. That person that you had to cut off, they don't make you. And maybe they've made you feel good, but you don't just want to feel good. You want to be good. And in being good, it requires you getting on and working intentionally and really working on yourself and becoming better. We're not waiting, we're living. And now is your time to live. Cut them off silently. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. And all you can do is focus on you in this season. Stay inspired. Hey family, one of the realest lessons that I ever learned is that nothing changes unless we do. And family, I used to think, right, that it would take something on the outside to change the way I feel on the inside, right? Like it would take something new and different in order for me to become new and different. And I learned, family, that until we change, nothing else does. Until we change, nothing else changes. And it doesn't take anything on the outside. It doesn't take things externally to happen. The only way that we can truly, truly change is for us to change within, and not depending on what someone does to make us feel good, not depending on any situation or any scenario that we think it would take. No, we change when we decide to change. Because if nothing changes, family, nothing changes. And today I want to talk a little bit about change and some of the steps that it would take for you to get where you need to be so that you can see true and real change in your life. One of the many lessons, family, that I learned about change is that true change, right? Not just I want to change and you don't. No, true change, where you mentally make up in your mind that you want something new and different in your life. True change happens when you wake up and you make a decision that you want to do something new and different than you did the day before. True change is waking up and making it the decision that you want to do something new and different. And family, I know that may sound easy, but it is not. Have you ever been in a situation where you find yourself to keep doing the same things over and over and over and over again, and you're wondering why things can't change? You're wondering why nothing is changing. Because family, change is hard and it's a process and it doesn't happen overnight. And I realize too, family, that a lot of times we think that someone else is responsible for our change, that if they change, we would feel good. Have y'all ever been in that situation? I know I have. If this person changes in a relationship, then I will be happy. If this person changes their behavior, then things could be better. If this person does something different, then I will feel better. And I learned, family, that even if the exterior changed, if you yourself, within yourself, have not changed, nothing truly changes. Nothing. And you have to make a mental decision, a decision in your mind that you want new and different in your life. You have to make a decision that you want to do something different, that the things that you have been doing are not working for you effectively, that the things that you've been doing in your past is not moving the needle forward. And you have to know that you want better. You have to know that you want better, family. How many of us are living in the same situation over and over, in the same life, over and over and over and over, and expecting things to change? And one of the realest questions that I always ask myself is this: if I were doing the same thing that I'm doing now, if I were doing the same thing that I'm doing now every single day of my life, would my life be better or worse? If I do every single thing that I'm doing right now for every single day of my life, does that make my life better? Am I living a life by default, or am I creating a life by design? And family, if you're not creating a life by design, then we're not doing the things that we need to do to truly change. So here's how. The first step that I do to create change, right? Outside of, prayer, meditation, all the other things that you may do. But one of the first steps that I do is define that thing in your life that you believe needs to change, right? What is that thing that needs to change? Is it a relationship? right? Is it a relationship that you feel you're having with someone else? Is it, your finances? Is it your living conditions? What is it in your life that you feel that you need to change, right? And write those things down, right? So you can get very clear about the things that you need to do. What is it that you need to change? Do you feel like you need to change your behavior? Are you reacting to things that you shouldn't react to? Are things happening in your life that are not favorable for you and that are setting you back and not moving the needle forward? What is it that you want to change in your life? And write that down so you can get very clear on the things that you want to change. And another thing that I do alongside that, family, is when I wake up or when I just have typical general time by myself, I close my eyes and I start to create the day the way that I want it to go. I see the people behaving in a way that I want them to behave. I see myself being the highest and best version of myself. I see all the things that I want in my life to come to me as if I already have them. And that is a way that I manifest. So I say, you know what? I know the things that I want to change now. And I know what that change looks like, right? And I'm starting to get myself ready to be ready to be ready. And the next step, family, I tell myself and I remind myself, nothing changes unless something changes. And that's real. I can sit all day and think about the way I want things to go and write down all my things. But if I don't take action, then nothing changes. So family, you got to look at your life and say, where in my life can I take action so that I can see true change? What in my life can truly, truly change to produce different and better outcomes for me, for my family, for my relationships? And family, you got to make the decision. And again, true change is waking up, making a decision that you want to do something new and different than you did the day before. Change is not waking up and downloading all those negative thoughts. Y'all been there. If you've went through something before in your life the day before, and you wake up and you start to remember all of those things that happened the day before, then what happens is your day today becomes just like your day yesterday, and you can create nothing new. And we got to get past that, where we're having repeat days, doing the same things over and over, where every single day is Groundhog Day. No, we got to make a decision, mentally make up in our minds that we want to change. As hard as it is, it doesn't matter if you fall short, you get back up. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake, you redo that thing over and over and over and over until it becomes familiar, right? And change is hard because you're truly stepping into the unknown. It's something you've never done before. And if you've tried to do it, it's something you've never stuck to. So true change is hard because you're making a decision to do something new and different and stick to that. And when you make the decision that you want to change, family, when you make the decision that you want something different, you will start to see a reflection of that in your life. If you can't change the people around you, then the only thing that you can change is you. And when you change the way you see things, the things and the people around you change. And that's on everything, right? But it only happens when we make the decision that we want to do something different. How many of us have been in situations where financially it's hard? How many of us have been in situations where relationally it's hard? How many of us have been in situations where it's hard dealing with ourselves? We're sick and tired of the decisions that we're making within ourselves, and we want something new, different, and better. And the only way to have it, family, is to get real clear with yourself. Get real with yourself and truly tell yourself, yo, I'm not where I need to be, right? I'm a certain age and maybe I should have been a little further, or I had a thing and I lost it and I'm trying to get back there. We got to get real serious about who we are and who we're trying to become. Real serious about the current state of our lives so that we can have a new and different future state that we can co-create with God, with the universe, with whatever your belief is. We have to get very clear and very serious about what we're trying to do in our lives and who we're trying to become. So we have to lay it out on the line. We have to design the life the way we want it to be. And the only way we can do that is if we mentally make up in our mind that that's what we want to do and that we truly want to change, irregardless of the external factors, irregardless of what's happening in our outside world, irregardless of what's happening in our homes, irregardless of anything that can be sent to hold us back. We have to make a decision that we want more, better, and different. And that is when we truly get on the road and stay on the road to change. And then, family, I touched on this a little earlier, but another step is truly visualize your future. Where do you see yourself? I'm going to take a pause for a moment and ask you, where do you see yourself, family? When you close your eyes, right, and you visualize yourself in the future, what do you look like? What are the things that you're doing? Who are you with? What are some of the things that you're no longer doing? How is your life different? What have you changed? And when you're able to visualize a new future, it's almost like you say to yourself, I'm thirsty. So your body follows your mind and you go to the refrigerator to get a drink, right? So if you start visualizing your future, then your body is going to follow your mind to a new, better, and different future. What are you visualizing? How are you seeing yourself? Or do you see yourself caught up in the same situation, dealing with the same people, in the same foolishness, in the same brokenness, getting nowhere fast? No, we have to change the way we see ourselves so that we can change the way we see our future. Visualize it. Create it. A lot of times, family, we forget the power that we have. We sit here and we watch our lives go by, and we sit here and we scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and we watch everybody else win. But the reality is you can win too. You do not have to sit here and watch everyone else win when you have the power to win. Nobody has anything that you don't have, and we all have unfair advantages. Some can sing. Some can dance, right? Some can do different things. But what is it within you that can take you where you need to be, right? Another step, an unfair advantage. What is your unfair advantage that will help you change the best, the fastest, the most efficiently, right? What are some things that you're good at? What are the things that people told you your whole life that you were good at and you believe them, right? What are some of those things that people have said about you? So take what you have, the tools you already have in your toolbox, and use that so that you can affect true change in your life. Because family, you have what it takes to change. It doesn't take everything on the outside for you to change. You have a lot of things on the inside that can help you get to where you need to be. And then family, you want to build an action plan, right? An action plan. Okay, so you made a decision on the things you want to change, right? You're writing those things down. You're visualizing it. You're looking within yourself and seeing what are some of your unfair advantages. So now, family, you have to build an action plan. What is it going to take for you to be healthy? What is it going to take for you to be healthy? Who are you going to have to eliminate from your life? What are some of the associations that you currently have that you no longer can have as you move forward to a new future? Who are some of the individuals that you need to cut off? And I know that sounds mean, but if they are not taking you to a better position in your life in terms of who you are, right? If they're not making you and helping you to become the highest and best version of yourself, then chances are, right? And we don't need things and people in our lives that are holding us back. We need things and people in our lives that are going to help us move the needle forward, not always remind us of who we used to be. Not always remind us of the things that we used to do, but no, remind us of the person we can become, right? So we have to have the right people in our lives. We have to put ourselves as much as we can in the best environments so that we can be healthy and we can live healthy lives, because that's going to help you to truly change and stay on that path to change. What is your action plan for your finances, right? Are there things in your life that you're buying that you don't need? I know there are things in my life that I buy that I don't need. And I have to sit and revisit my action plan and say, you know what? We can't be successful because we trade what we want most for what we want in the moment. And in the moment, do I need this, right? And that's just not good things. It's the bad things. In the moment, do I need these arguments? In the moment, do I need this stress? In the moment, do I truly need this relationship? Right? Do I truly need that? Like, in the moment, is this helping you to become a better person? Or is it bringing out the worst in you? Is it bringing out the negatives in you? Is it bringing out that bad version of you that you're trying to keep down, but it keeps rising up when you're dealing with this particular person, when you're dealing in this particular space? So you have to create an action plan for your life to help you get to where you need to be, right? You have to have an action plan. And that action plan starts with you and making a decision on who you are going to allow in your space and in your life in this season. So family, please know and please understand that most everything I've mentioned up until this point is preparation. It's preparation for change. It's looking within your mind and seeing yourself in the future. It's writing down the things you need to change. It's making a decision that you're getting ready to get ready to change. It's creating new days, not looking back on old days and bringing your old into the new. No, it's creating new days. You are preparing for that best version of yourself. You're preparing to implement new change in your life, and you're preparing to make this stick because this is going to work. So the final step, family, is you have to do it. So now you have a choice. Do you want to be better or not? Right? Do you want to be better or not? The choice is yours. Do you want to live in a future that may be unknown but's better for you, or do you want to remain in a familiar past? Do you want to create a life by design, or do you want to keep living a life by default? And the choice is yours, right? And I think a lot of times, family, we give our power away. If this person changes, I'll be happy. If this person did this, I'll be happy. Maybe if this person did that, and maybe. But the reality is, you can be happy if you decide to be. You can be happy if you make the decision to implement some of these steps that I've mentioned in this video in your life and see how things change. You can be happy because you're going to be attracting all good things to you. Everything good, everything wonderful, everything noble is coming to you, and you don't have to go out there and get it. It came to you, all because you made a decision that you want better, different, and more with your life. And family, we got to get very serious about our lives and taking our lives where it needs to go and making a decision that we're no longer dealing with the haters, the naysayers, the people who reject us, the people who make us feel bad about ourselves. We're not dealing with that in this season, because in this season, that doesn't create change. In this season, that is setting us back. In this season, we're making a decision that we want new and different and better for our lives. Family, the choice is yours. And so many of us, we go down this good path. We feel all riled up when we hear these good words of affirmation. But then when we're sitting by ourselves, we're making a decision to not change because we remind ourselves of the fears, of the negative things that are happening in our lives, and we acquiesce back into who we used to be. But family, no matter what, no matter the circumstances, no matter anything happening on the external, internally, you are making a decision and you are sticking to that decision no matter what, yo. And that is truly how you're going to change. Don't you want a better life? Don't you want more finances? Don't you want to build your business? Don't you want to dominate in your industries? Don't you want to build your relationships? 10x your life, be healthier, be better. It all starts with you. And when you make the choice that you want to change, that's when change happens. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. And that's on everything, family. Stay inspired.